Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning back in. Glad you could make it. Those of you who are new, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. We have an interesting topic to talk about today, and that is happy wife, happy life. I hate this phrase. I loathe it. Because guess what? I've had to learn from this. And I'll get to that in a little bit. But you have to understand that this phrase isn't just a phrase, it's an ideology. And one that's taken men out of their masculine frame, who they naturally are, and instead injected them into a frame that's foreign to them, that's unnatural. And listen, when men are out of their frame, everyone else is going to be out of theirs. It's just like I told you guys that men are the foundations of families and nations. If you lose that, everyone else suffers. And this is where I'm getting into is that because men have fed into this lie, bought into this ideology, and lived by it, the women and the children are suffering along with us. And trust me, guys, I grew up in a broken home. The one thing that I didn't see is this happy wife, happy life type deal. I did see everything else and what a man shouldn't be. I saw a lot of abuse, a lot of drug abuse, a lot of alcoholism. I saw a lot of that. And trust me, that was enough to wish that I had unseen quite a few different things. But I didn't see that. And I was never really taught how to be a man, right? Because I didn't have that male influence to push me in the right direction. And so many men experience the same thing. We're not taught how to be men, let alone be men in relationships, how to take the lead, how to protect, provide, and just lead the family in general. We're not taught that. On the contrary, we're taught how to express our emotions, how to be vulnerable, how to communicate with women, essentially making us become defective women, essentially women with a penis. And so this leads men to very dark places. Men and women are different. We act different. We breathe different. We respond to different things. We are different. We have to we have to realize that, understand it, and I become frustrated with this because this is something that is the basics. This is something that we should already understand. But we've become so lost today that understanding this is just revolutionary. And it baffles me that this is just revolutionary to some people. But then again, like I didn't have a role model growing up and I had to figure this out myself. So too do most men have to do the same. This leads men to very dark places, like I was saying a minute ago, to the bottom of a bottle, to feeling numb for a certain amount of time, to seeking validation in other things other than yourself. All of these are personal experiences of mine that I went through. You see, guys, I had to learn the hard way on this. I went through my marriage believing this lie. Even going into the marriage, I believed that I could marry on love alone. And throughout the marriage, I wanted to make my ex wife happy. This is exactly why you can't do this. One, you cannot find happiness in someone else. It's just not doable. You can't do it. For one, you can't really find happiness to begin with. It's a fleeting emotion. You have to understand. It's just like sadness and anger. You're not angry all the time. You're not sad all the time. And so it's only logical that you're not going to be happy all the time either. This idea that we've been sold that we can be happy all the time, that it's some kind of fantasy that exists in our own head, and it's just that. It's on cloud 9. There's a reason why situationships don't work out, and that's because people always assume that the rose-tinted glasses that you're living in that infatuation stage in a relationship, they think that that is an actual relationship. But when it comes to the reality of things, when they leave that rose-tinted glasses state and they find out what relationships really are, they leave. And it's exactly that. It's it's a fantasy. And we have to come back to reality and realize that happy wife, happy life doesn't work. You cannot make someone else happy. You have to find it within yourself. And that's two. I've made that mistake before. That's two. I did it again. But you can't find happiness in someone else. That's a burden on that person that is only going to break them. And it's unfair to them. And that's what I was doing in the marriage as well. I was putting that burden on my ex wife. And I wasn't the man that I should have been. I wasn't strong. I wasn't capable. I wasn't confident. I was all these things that we consider to be blue pill men, to be beta men. I was all these things. And it didn't take long for a divorce to be filed, which, I don't blame. I really don't. Because I wasn't the man, let alone the husband that I should have been. And likewise, she wasn't really the wife that she should have been either. And both of us have blame, for the way things ended up. But ultimately, the blame does lie with me because I am the head of how I should have been the head of household, and I wasn't. And that's the lesson that I learned in my marriage. And listen, guys, if you find yourself if you find yourself believing that you have to appease, that you have to be this guy that believes in happy wife, happy life, you're in a relationship where she may love you, but she doesn't like you. No woman is going to respect a guy that just appeases her. She's not going to. It's off putting to her. That's a guy that can't make his own mind, that can't come to his own conclusions, make his own decisions. And it's ultimately a guy that cannot be trusted with anything. And so that's why I say that I don't blame her for filing divorce. I really don't. And I'm glad things happen the way that they are because it gave me an opportunity to learn to be a better man. Because now I know what I will tolerate, what I won't tolerate. Now I know what a man of the house should be. And listen, do I have it all figured out? No. I'm still working on it. I'm still figuring things out as I go. I'm still a young guy. I haven't even hit 30 yet. But I am researching and I am growing and I am pursuing the man that I really want to be. And I'll get there. One way or the other, I'll get there. And I'll be that head of household and I'll have that beautiful family and 15 kids. I want to start up my own baseball team. um, that's gonna be a lot of work, a lot more work than YouTube. But guys, you can't live this way. When my wife told me that she wanted a divorce, I immediately went to the bottle. and I try to find solutions at the bottom of a bottle, and you can't. I try to find comfort, but after a time I became numb. And then ultimately I try to seek validation in other things. And other things that had nothing to do with me. Again, I didn't learn my lesson, and I was continuing to seek validation in other people instead of myself. This is the problem with Happy Wife, Happy Life is that a guy that believes in this, he places too much value and validation in someone else. And this is why it's not sustainable at all. Leads to a lot of dark places, and sometimes, a lot of the times, the ultimate, guys taking their own lives, and that's really sad to hear. It really is. It breaks my fucking heart to hear that shit, because this can be prevented. It could have been prevented, but over the decades, through Disney, through other social media, through mainstream media, news, and all this stuff, politicians, corporations trying to make money off of you, it's all cultivated together to come to this. And of course, feminism. It's all come together to lead us to where we're at now. And we're heading towards extinction the way that things are going. So, but we're talking about right now. And right now, men need to wake up. We need to stop believing in this happy wife, happy life bullshit. Because it's not only not going to get you anywhere, it's going to take you places, as I've talked about earlier. And I don't want that for you guys. I want you to learn from my mistakes. And I want you to be better than I was. And I want you to be better than I am now. I want you to be better men. So please take this information and apply it to your own lives. And I hope that you learn something from this video. This channel has reached so many men already. I mean, and people in general, because women could use this information too. But obviously, most of my viewers are going to be men, which I do appreciate, obviously. But I have men come to me all the time telling me just how much their lives have been changed. And that is incredibly inspiring to me. And I love to hear that. And so, guys, please take this and really think on it. Okay. And if you have your own experiences, please, share them in the comments section. I'm very curious to see if you guys have been through the same things and can you relate? What all have you guys been through? Are you going through the same thing now? Can I help you through what you're going through right now if you're going through the same thing? And also drop some wisdom down in the comments too for the guys that are just now coming up, who don't have this information but need this information. So the whole point of this channel, guys, is to come together and talk amongst men so that we can benefit each other to make ourselves better men. So, guys, I hope this video helped you out. As I said earlier, remember to take care of yourselves, both mind and body. Take care of each other too. If someone's having a rough time in the comment section, lift them up. Give them the right information, send them off in the right direction. That being said, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll talk to you soon.